Hey everybody, happy Saturday, Hope everybody is having a good day thus far. Getting out, doing all that stuff that you don't get to do a lot of times during the week. But I am having not a slow morning because I've been doing stuff, but I would say kind of a chill morning. It's just it's gray outside today and just really relaxed. So I actually just finished baking some banana bread with my leftover bananas that were about to go bad, and so thought as I was baking, as I was doing all the wonderful yummy baking, I thought that I wanted to pop on here. So let me get a sip of actually my water. I'm done with my coffee. But I'm trying to hydrate because I've been working at releasing a bunch of muscles. And with the release, I'm noticing I'm having to drink a lot more water. Obviously, everybody knows that you release toxins in the muscles and you have to drink lots of water. So I've been trying to hydrate even more than I normally do. But that is not the topic for today. Last night I was out on a date with a new person, and we were having like some really good conversation, and as we were, hi everybody, see quite a few people jumping on, hi everybody, but we were having some really good conversation, and he had made a statement, and I went about, oh, well, as long as you're not hurting anybody else. And my question to him was, well, what does that mean? What does that even mean? Because there are a lot, everybody would define that differently. And it's like, that's an easy question. It's a hard to answer. And I was like, I totally agree. And it really got me thinking, and kind of got the conversation going about how we have so many questions in our life, whether that be our personal life or just in like politics and things like that. And we're not getting into politics on my live, but there's so many questions that get asked, and it seems really simple. Well, what's the answer to this? What's the answer to that? What's the answer? And a lot of times, the answers really aren't easy. There's not one answer. And I think a lot of times we see this in our personal life and our relationships. And just kind of to caveat this, like this like title just kind of came in today. So I'll probably be bouncing around a little bit because I was like, this is what I'm supposed to talk about today, I guess. But I think we see this a ton in our relationships. And I'm not even talking our intimate relationships, but we'll be talking with friends or family members or our intimate partners, and they'll explain like, oh, well, here's the problem. Here's what's going on. What do you think? Or what should I do? Or sometimes they don't even ask, and we just feel like we need to give them our opinions. And what is an easy answer a lot of times to us is not necessarily an easy answer or the right answer for them. It is much harder when we are living something to truly, when we are actually living something, it is harder to kind of, first of all, find the answer. That is why we do have people in our lives that a lot of times can be of assistance, because they give us their perspectives. And we don't always have to take them, but they give us our perspectives, and we get to kind of see different elements, like, oh, I didn't see that solution. I was very, very blocked in that way. And so sometimes that can give us our answers. But a lot of times we think we have the answer for somebody, but the truth is we're not living it. So it is much easier for us to have an answer than for it to actually be implemented many times. And we see this in our political field, like, oh, well, what's the answer? And politicians always have answers. They want to give the easy answer, but the truth is we don't have easy answers a lot of times. However, I was thinking about this, and the truth is that no, we don't always have the exact answer. We don't always have the exact answer to all of our problems, but at a soul level, I do believe we do. I believe we know what is right for us. I believe that if we truly tune in, we really can find our answers. Sometimes we find blockages in that, and that is our thoughts, our belief systems that are created by our thoughts. Sometimes that is truly just our brain and how it's processing something, our past experiences. So sometimes it can be blocked from those answers. However, they are always there. They are always there within us. And sometimes it just takes like maybe changing your vibration or kind of getting a perspective from somebody else in your life in order to see that solution. But even though I believe we always do have the answers, I'm very much a believer in kind of coming back to, and this is going to seem so cliche, but coming back to love. And it's not like, oh, I love you, love you, love you. Like not that kind of love, not this like mushy gushy, like what we tend to think of as love. That's not what I'm talking about, people. I'm talking about like true, like the energy of love, the true unconditional energy of love, our cores, who we are at our very, very core essence. That is what we're talking about here. And really coming back to that place and really tuning into that, because we can't have a wrong answer if we're truly tuned into that. I do not believe that we can find a wrong answer if we are connected to that. There's no wrong answer. There's no way to do it wrong. There is no way to do it wrong. However, you have to make sure that you truly are connected to that self. And then also, I think there are times and places in our lives where we might not have the answer, and that is okay. Well done. I just got a comment, so let me read. Yes, we know it is that we have only forgotten. We just need to go within and remember the answers. I very much agree with that. Yes. We just need to tune in, and sometimes our answers aren't coming to us for a reason. There is a reason. There is a bigger divine reason the answer isn't coming. Maybe we are just not ready. And that could be we need to do more of our work. We need to really go even deeper within, because I don't care how deep within you already are. I love when people tell me they are enlightened. And I'm like, I laugh. Sometimes I don't laugh out loud because I don't want to just be mean. But the truth is, like, we all can go deeper. We all can keep pushing through. We all can continue to step forward. And so no one is done. No one is done. If you were done, if you were completely enlightened, you would not be here on this earth. You would not be in this physical being. And so kind of going forward, we all can dig deeper. And so it is potentially just doing more of that personal growth work. It is taking more meditation time to find those answers. It is pushing through those blockages. And also, yes, going deep within, but also when we are with other people. And I've been thinking back over my last month and things like that. And there was a couple times I gave opinion, which really I had that was totally my ego opinion. That was completely my ego opinion. And potentially that person just really needed to be listened to, or my ego opinion probably didn't help there. That was probably not going to help. And I know we all do this. I see this constantly. And it is finding an awareness of self when you think, oh, well, I know the answer. I'm not talking to the answer to a math problem here. I'm talking to the answer to somebody's life, or to somebody's like big, hard issue. And yes, you can kind of give perspective, but always kind of press that pause button and think to self, like, is this my ego? Am I thinking that, oh, that's a stupid, simple answer. Like, that's a simple answer. Well, most likely it is not a simple answer to that other person. If the other person is really struggling with it, it's not a simple answer. There is more depth to it. If you are not living it, then you are most likely not fully comprehending the problem, the issue. And I think we see this in our politics consistently right now. And again, I'm not going to get into politics, but I think we consistently see this in our politics of people, of kind of all the parties fighting over like, oh, well, the answer is just this. Well, they're really, for most of our bigger kind of societal issues and problems, there really is not one simple, like, this will fix it all. There's so many different layers. And the same thing happens within us and within our small kind of microcosm of the world. And so it is helping that the other people in your life to try and kind of go within. And yes, you can go like, okay, so like, what about this? Like, what about this? But make sure you are first of all, noting to self, like, this is my ego. This is just an opinion. And for as much as an opinion is really worth, and allowing that person to know that truly you're throwing out ideas, but you don't have the answer, because none of us have the answer. And guys, hold on, let me get a sip of my water. Guys love to do this. I get a lot of Mr. Fix-Its in my office, in my life. They want to fix it. And I can promise you that most of the time your woman's just going to want you to listen, because there is probably some depth to that. But anyway, that is another video. But I did want to, we think we have, our questions are really simple. We can ask simple questions, but most of the time the answers are so incredibly complex. And yet at the same time, they're not. If we are in tune with love, if we are connected to love, it all comes back to love. And again, not the love we tend to think of. I'm talking about like a deeper kind of like that energy of soul love. So see where you are bringing that energy of soul love into your daily life. It's the weekend. Go out and love your life. Go love the people in your life. Go love every single moment. Go do some things that bring up that vibration, that really pull that energy of love. Because if we are not raising our vibration to meet that level of love, that energy within, then the truth is we're really going to have a difficult time connecting with it. We're just not going to be able to, because we're not going to be at that vibrational level to hold it and to really notice it. And so really getting into that flow and that vibe in order to really connect and have more certainty. Always know the next best thing for you, because you really are the expert of your life. You are. You can go get coaches, you can go get a therapist, you can go get, your best friend, you can go get, some random person on the street, and you are always the expert at your life. However, we still have to be open-minded and listen to other people and take other people in and note the people that we truly want to learn from. So we are always learning, so noting that as well. So before I go, Monday, it is almost done, but I did want to, I'm releasing it officially on Monday. It is my Cultivating the Vibe online global course. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be a 3-day workshop with, and then I'm sure I will add a question and answer and some extra question and answer sessions and things, because I always do. I like to expand the courses once we get in there and we really get going and really get into the meat of the work. I always find myself wanting to add like all this stuff because I want you guys to get the best out of it. But anyway, it's Cultivating the Vibe, and it is all about creating the vibe of your life, creating your vibe tribe, and also just creating that like beautiful, like all-inclusive vibe you get when you are on like vacation, but also just like an all-inclusive vibe of making your entire life high vibe and not just trying to focus in on one or two areas. So that is coming out on Monday. We're releasing it. If you want to be on the release launch list, shoot me a private message and I will make sure that you are on that list so that when it does release, you'll be one of the first people that gets on it, because there's a limited amount of people in this workshop. I'm doing that because I want to keep the vibe really good in the workshop. I want people to really be able to interact and get some good kind of connection within the group itself. Other than that, again, like I've been announcing for the last few days, doing workshop in a few weeks with Kendall Williams, Seeing the Other Side. It's going to be an experiential workshop in the DFW area, so that should be coming out soon as well. And so keep an eye out on that. Other than that, I am sending you guys all love, light, and blessings. You can follow me here on my private page, my coaching page, Addison K. Bell. Go over to addisonbell.net if you want to check out my website or work with me one-on-one and get some of that movement that we were talking about, really get some of that movement in. Then go over to my website, addisonbell.net. You can go to YouTube, you can go to Twitter, Instagram, I'm all over the place. So go and connect. I would love to have you as part of my tribe. And so I will see you guys Monday for another Addison Unleashed. I'm taking tomorrow off, but I'll see you guys on Monday. And I hope that you have an amazing rest of your weekend. Bye, everybody. Sending you love.